Bright morning star is rising. Bright morning star is rising. Bright morning star is rising. Day is a breaking in my soul. Oh, where is my dear Father? Oh, where is my dear Father? He's down in the valley a-praying. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Oh, where is my dear mother? Oh, where is my dear mother? She's down in the valley a-praying. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Oh, where is my dear sister? Oh, where is my dear brother? They're down in the valley a-praying. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Bright morning star is rising. Bright morning star is rising. Bright morning star is rising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Good morning. I'm Lee Knight. It's nice to be with you this morning. I'm in the community room of John C. Campbell Folk School. It's great to be back here. It's been almost a year for me. I'm sitting in one of these wonderful old cane woven chairs, looking at all the quilts on the wall, thinking about all the concerts and dances. I've been coming here since 1979. Glad to have you with us here this morning. I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm going back to North Carolina. I never expect to see you anymore. I'll be home next Monday morning. I'll be home next Monday morning. I'll be home next Monday morning. I never expect to see you anymore. How can I keep from crying? How can I keep from crying? How can I keep from crying? I never expect to see you anymore. My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains. I never expect to see you anymore. So I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm going back to North Carolina. I never expect to see you anymore. Isn't this a beautiful banjo? This was made by a fourth-generation instrument maker up in Watauga County named Clifford Glenn. He also made my dulcimer, which hopefully I'll get to in a few minutes. And as I say, fourth generation, his great-grandfather, his grandfather. His father was Leonard Glenn. Many of you may have run into him or heard about him. He's in the third Foxfire book, among other things. This particular banjo is made out of black walnut with a goatskin head on it. On the inside is a piece of tin stovepipe, which determines the diameter of the head, and the head stretched out over it. And just a lovely, lovely banjo. If there was a fire in my house, this is the thing I would grab as I went out the door. Let's go visit our Cherokee friends. This is a Cherokee flute made out of a plant called river cane. This was made by a Cherokee woodcarver named George Goines. The flute goes back thousands of years. This particular one of the aspects of the Cherokee is they decorated almost everything they made. They put designs on their drums. They painted all sorts of different things, designs in their pottery. So when Mr. Goines made this flute, he decorated it with these strands of rawhide with the beadwork on the end of it. And then I suspect the fur on the end of this is rabbit fur. And one of the things I like about my Cherokee flute, it's the only musical instrument I have that I can pet. And what I'd like to do this morning is play for you a medley of 3 Cherokee flute tunes. This room is my favorite room of all the places I've played this flute. This room, just the acoustics in here are so nice, and it's always fun to play this flute here. 3 Cherokee flute tunes, Cherokee river cane flute. Well, as I mentioned, my dulcimer also was made by Clifford Glenn. It was made way back in 1978, a long, long time ago. When I went to visit him to ask him to make the dulcimer for me, he had just gotten some wormy chestnut. Somebody had torn a barn down or something, and he had some wormy chestnut. So I asked him to put some wormy chestnut on the top of it, and I think it's black walnut again on the sides and the back. One of my favorite memories here of the John C. Campbell Folk School are the various times I was here when Jean Ritchie was here. As I'm sitting here now, I remember a wonderful concert she gave on the stage, which is just off to my left. We did a really nice interview here for a radio show I had at the time. And also she came to my house for dinner one time when she was here and taught me this next song. It's one of the best known of the old ballads that she sang. It's the Ballad of Jackaroo. It's the story of a young girl who's both rich and beautiful, and so lots of guys want to marry her. And so they come courting, and finally she decides who she wants to marry, and she, of course, in those days, you had to tell your parents, and so she went to her parents and said, I'm going to marry this guy, and they said, no, you're not. We don't want you to. In fact, they sent him off to war. Well, she was a very strong young woman. She said, this is my guy. I'm going to go get him. And it's not real clear in this version of the song, but what she's doing is she's dressing herself up like a man, disguising herself as a man. She goes and enlists in the Navy, goes over and finds her true love, and the rest of the song is pretty self-evident. I learned this from Jean Ritchie. It's a wonderful ballad called Jackaroo. a rich old merchant in London he did dwell. He had a lovely daughter, the truth to you I'll tell. Oh, the truth to you I'll tell. She had sweethearts aplenty, they courted night and day, until when Jackie paid her, she gave her heart away. Oh, she gave her heart away. Well, her parents saw him coming, they flew in an angry way, and gave him 40 shillings to carry him far away. All for to carry him far away. He sailed across the ocean, across the deep blue sea, till safely he was landed in the wars of Germany. All in the wars of Germany. She went down to the tailor's shop to get a suit of gray, and bargained with the captain to carry her far away. All for to carry her far away. Well, I see your waist is slender, your hands are neat and small. Well, it wouldn't, I see your hands are lead and your hands are neat and small. I fear it'd change your countenance to face the cannonball. All for to face the cannonball. Well, I know my waist is slender, my hands are neat and small, but it wouldn't change my countenance to see 10,000 fall. All for to see 10,000 fall. Kind sir, your name is I must have before on board you go. With a smile all on her countenance, they call me Jackaroo. Oh, they call me Jackaroo. She sailed across the ocean, across the deep blue sea, till safely she was landed in the wars of Germany. All in the wars of Germany. She walked out on the battlefield and looked both up and down, till among the dead and wounded her darling boy she found. Oh, her darling boy she found. She picked him up all in her arms and carried him to the town, and hired a physician to bind up all his wounds. All for to bind up all his wounds. This couple, they got married, so well did they agree. This couple, they got married, so why not you and me? Oh, so why not you and me? Every time I mess up a ballad, I think back to a concert I was attending once. Almeda Riddle, a wonderful ballad singer from the Ozarks. And she got lost in the middle of one of her ballads, had to stop and start all over again. And ever since then, I've given myself permission. It's okay if you screw up once in a while, just not too often. Speaking of the folk school and its history, the Scroggs family were the people who gave at first 50 acres of land to the school and later another 25 acres. Back in 1979, I came to Murphy to be visiting artist at Tri-County Community College, and I was here for 2 years doing that. And among the things I did was I went out and collected songs. And one of the women I collected songs from was May Scroggs, who lived just down the road from here. In fact, I went by her house on her way coming in this morning. She sang some wonderful ballads to me, and every time I sing here at the folk school, I always do her version of Barbara Allen. It's a pretty unique one. Barbara Allen is the story of a young woman, actually a young man. He's courting her, and she's fallen in love with him, and then he says bad stuff about her in a public place. And she decides maybe she oughtn't to marry him. Well, this upsets the man quite a bit. He takes to his bed, and he's pining away, and he's fixing to die. And he doesn't want this to go unnoticed, so he sends his servants to bring Barbara out to look at him. And Barbara comes out and looks at him and says, "Yep, you're dying." And he dies, and she decides she can't live without him either, and so she dies too. And then at the end of the ballad, they are buried, and depending upon the version of the ballad, a rose will come out of Barbara's heart, and a thorn will come out of Willie's. In most American versions of it, the ballad starts with Willie on his deathbed, and Barbara appears to be hard-hearted, but in the full length of the ballad, which I just described to you, Barbara has a reason for being upset. Anyway, this version starts with Willie on his deathbed, but May Scroggs sang it with the rose coming out of her, the woman's heart, Barbara Allen's heart, which leads me to believe the first part of the song hadn't been gone very long. The other thing I like about this is there's a bonus death in this version. Most versions of Barbara Allen, only 2 people die, but in this one you get a third death, a bonus death, and I hope that you will enjoy that. So this is from the singing of May Scroggs just down the road here in Brasstown, North Carolina. It's the wonderful old ballad of Barbara Allen. It goes like this. It's Willie was sick and very sick, and on his deathbed dwelling, no better will he ever be, for he'll never have Barbary Allen. It's you are sick and very sick, and on your deathbed dwelling, no better will you ever be, and you'll never have Barbary Allen. He turned his face unto the wall. The death was in him running. Goodbye, goodbye, my dear friends all. Take care of Barbary Allen. Barbary Allen went walking through the green, green fields. She heard his death bells knelling. Come lay him down beside of me, that I may gaze upon him. Sweet Willie died of a Saturday night. Barbary died of a Sunday. The old lady died on the very next day. She died on Easter Monday. They buried sweet Willie in the old churchyard. Barbary was buried there beside him, and from her heart there grew a rose, and out of Willie's grew a briar. They grew and grew o'er the old churchyard, till they could grow no higher. They wound, they twined in a true lover's knot, all true lovers for to inspire. That's Barbie Allen. Let's go down to the Sea Islands of South Carolina. I got to do some field work there. Among the inspiring people that I've gotten to meet during the years is Guy and Candy Carowan. They were both very, very active in the civil rights movement, and Guy, probably more than anybody, brought We Shall Overcome to the anthem that it became for the civil rights movement and for other movements down through the years. And he gave me an entree. And the woman I worked with down on Johns Island, South Carolina, was Janie Hunter. And she was a member of the Moving Star Hall. The Moving Star Hall was about the size of this community room, and it was a combination church and burial society. And when you went to church, you wanted to go to church on Sundays when the minister wasn't there. Not that I have anything against ministers, but when the minister wasn't there, they sang these shouts for the whole service. They'd sing a shout, start another one, sing another shout. Maybe somebody would start a prayer, and they do the prayer Quaker-like. It would go through the congregation. You had something to add to the prayer, you'd hop on in. And then a few more shouts, and then the service was over. And I swear when I walked out the door, my feet didn't touch the ground. Well, I'm not going to sing this song as a shout style. I'm going to sing it as a spiritual. And every time I sing it, I think of Janie Hunter sitting on her porch. Down on the Sea Islands back in those times with no electricity, well, the most important part of your house was the porch. That's where the breezes blew when it was so hot and humid. And every time I sing this song, I see Janie Hunter sitting on her porch. And as she's singing this song, you could swear she was talking to God. It's a wonderful song, got some very well-known verses to it, called That's All Right. It goes like this. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your mama was bound to die. But my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. And that's all right. 'Cause my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. One of the most powerful verses in folk music is this next one. You can rebuke me, you can scorn me, you can scandalize my name, but my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, and that's all right. 'Cause my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. One of these mornings won't be long. You'll call my name and I'll be gone. 'Cause my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. And that's all right. 'Cause my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, and that's all right. Isn't that a wonderful song? Well, it's been really fun being with you this morning, and I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been an exciting time for me. Last year, I got to tour the country with the Kronos String Quartet, celebrating Pete Seeger's 100th birthday. And while we were in Massachusetts, we made a recording of these songs, and the recording came out just last week. It's on Smithsonian Folkways, and it's called Long Time Passing. Kronos Quartet and Friends. I'm one of the friends, and I'm on 7 of the songs. And just last week, I was at UCLA in Los Angeles. We videoed a concert of this recording, and it will be out on the 28th. So lots of videos for you to watch. Again, a joy for me to be back here at the Folk School. I've been here since 1979. Please continue to support the school. These are hard times. Continue to wear your masks, do the social distancing, do everything you can to stay healthy, and soon we'll be back here together again. I'm going to close with a Pete Seeger song. Pete wrote the chorus, the melody, the first verse, and the last verse. I wrote the second verse and the third verse, called Well May the World Go. Well may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well may the world go when I'm far away. Well may the swimmers churn, the skiers turn, the lovers